The opinions you're about to hear are solely the opinions of your Ham Right podcast. Our intent is to inform and entertain, not to offend. So sit back, relax, and we finna get to this business, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be listening to us in the world. It is your Ham Right podcast with your boy C-Ham, aka Cal L, and as always, with my brother by my side.
That boy D-Ham, what's good with you, bro?
My man, everything is everything, man. How was your week, dog?
Oh, man, same old soup, just reheated. You know, crazy and hectic week, emotional roller coaster, a lot of ups and downs. But one thing about it, we're going to go with the flow. We're going to do what we know, and we always going to stay on go.
On go, always on go, man.
That's survival of the fittest.
That's
we
it.
Shall survive. No,
my man. My man. All right. Hey, man, so we got an action-packed week for the people, man. Let's jump right into it, man. And we're going to start out on a somber note. George Foreman, two-time world boxing heavyweight champ, has passed away at age 76. Known best for his legendary fight, the Rumble in the Jungle with Muhammad Ali and the George Foreman Grill. All right. The exact cause of death has not been officially confirmed, but it's reported that he had complications from a major stroke he recently suffered. He is survived by his wife, Mary, and 11 kids. Man.
Hey, do you know he made over $200 million off in George Foreman Grill?
No, I did not, man. That's like, did you ever have one?
No, we ain't Pop didn't ever have one. You know, Pop was straight iron skillet in that stove. I ain't never had one. I ain't with them griddle plates and hot plates and all that. I want that stove action, so I ain't never had one. I know your greedy ass.
Yeah, man. They caught me at 2 a.m. one of them infomercials or whatever.
$29.99.
Ooh, that looked good. Yeah, he caught me, but it worked.
Hey, you know what's crazy? George Foreman was a beast back in his days. Like, he was unstoppable. Like, that's what put Muhammad Ali as GOAT status, because he defeated somebody that just was unstoppable, that was running through the whole heavyweight division. But he met that boy Ali and
float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
So R.I.P. to his family.
Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P.
Also, condolences. Boy, the story just gets sadder and sadder.
Man, Angie Stone. All right. Yeah, we brought y'all this a couple weeks ago, you know, the tragic death of Angie Stone. And yeah, it was pretty sad news, but apparently, like my brother said, it gets sadder. You know, she didn't even have enough money to cover her own funeral expenses. Now, I don't know. That's crazy. Fortunately, she had a friend. We all know, Tyler Perry, who stepped in for a proper send-off. And Tyler Perry goes on record and says, "Yes, I paid for Angie's funeral, and I was honored to do so. But the truth is, I shouldn't have to." Man.
Hey, she was, in lawsuit with her record label for unclaimed royalty. She said she never got, and they gave her the short end of the stick. We say all the time, bro, the music industry is diabolical and cutthroat and ruthless. And boy, it'll chew you up and spit you out. And for every one success story there is, it's 100.
It's 100 Angie Stones out there. Well, let's even get outside the music industry, man. What that got to do with her not having life insurance, dog?
You right. She supposed to have that. I mean, they got them Colonial. I see there at night for $9.99 a month.
Them 2 o'clock infomercials be getting you too high.
You get $10,000. That's enough to bury you, like bare minimum. You should, when you're an adult person, unless you got excess cash on hand, you should have life insurance policy. That way, your family ain't got to worry about what they're gonna do, how they're gonna send you away or bury you. You know what I'm saying? You should have all your stuff in order. And at the time, it's only pennies on the dollar. You don't have to have no $1 million life insurance policy. Just have you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, something to bury you.
Something that your family can lay you down and let that.
And they won't have that burden. It's already hard enough that, something happened to you. Now they got to worry about scraping up money to bury you.
Yeah, trying to answer all those unanswered questions and everything like that, man. It's just hard to do, man.
But hey, that just go to show you can't believe what you see on the internet. Because if you Google Angie Stone's net worth, it says over $3 million. And she has a house in Georgia worth over $600,000. But at the end of the day, she didn't have enough money to bury her, which is sad, like Tyler Perry say. But boy, that damn music industry, boy, it chew you up and spit you out.
Yeah, condolences to her and her family, and shout out to Tyler Perry for doing the right thing, man.
And it just questions you on when people want to do what they want to do and live their dream.
Right.
What comes with it? Because she was successful, man.
She was. Matter of fact, she was right there at the beginning of that whole neo soul movement and everything, man. And to like for this to come on right now, like you said, man, it has her family asking those questions.
But at the
like,
same
what
time,
about it?
too, being white famous and black famous or internationally famous is two different things.
We all know that to be
And
true too.
she was black famous.
Yeah.
Like she had some hits, and you know, she's on the title song for Girlfriends or the theme song for Girlfriends or whatnot.
Did she? That was her?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Girlfriends, my oh, William ass nigga.
Motherfucker turned around though.
They did their help. But yeah, though, man, like that just go to show you, man, like how you gotta take what come with it.
Yeah,
The good and the bad.
And like we said, leaving her family to answer those unanswered questions that are out
But
there.
the royalties, like she was still doing shows on the Chitlin circuit, so she still was touring, but maybe that tour money wasn't what it used to be. I don't know, man. It's just sad. It makes you question a lot of stuff. Speaking of questioning a lot of stuff, we got a new segment this week. It's called Question of the Week. This week's Question of the Week: who's faster? Who is the fastest motherfucker on the planet, boy? The Road Runner, Speedy Gonzalez, underlay, Superman, or the Flash?
Oh man. So you're a comic book junkie, man. So
Right.
you know the ins and outs of all that, man.
Right.
But with me introducing myself as Kal-El, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna go on the limb and I'm gonna say Superman is because he's, fastest, strongest, everything, man. I'm gonna say Superman is, dog.
Oh boy. Well, here's the thing. In the comic books, Action Comics comic book, Superman and Flash had a race.
Okay.
They tied. In the comic book. But in the last Flash movie, Flash was running back in time, running so fast he could reverse time and have time go back, and he ran past Superman, as we talked about earlier. You brought up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that. Boy, Speedy Gonzalez and Roadrunner on some different level type shit, boy.
You don't see nothing but dust and
See, with Superman and Flash, you see blur. Roadrunner, I don't see nothing but dust. Same thing with Speedy Gonzalez. I don't see no blur. I just see dust.
You hear the voice, underlay, either.
So I don't know, boy. I think Roadrunner got their ass, boy.
What?
Either Roadrunner or motherfucking Flash, boy.
All right, well, y'all got to let us know who y'all think is. That's the question of the week. Who's the fastest? Superman, Flash, Roadrunner,
Flash
or
reversing
Speedy
time.
Gonzalez, man.
Flash reversing time, but boy, Roadrunner, like I say, when Flash run, you see the little blur of them. Roadrunner run, but I don't see nothing but smoke. Then that sound. Y'all let us know
man.
what y'all think, man.
Yeah, indeed. Y'all let
Let's pay
us
some
know.
bills, bro.
Yeah, man. Let's go to a commercial here.
With income tax season on the horizon, we'd like to refer you to our partners at Credible Tax Pros. Chanel Johnson is a trusted tax expert who specializes in individual and small businesses tax returns throughout the United States. Right now, Credible Tax Pros is offering up to $7,000 in cash advances to qualified filers.
Get your money.
Boy, that's a lot of money, boy.
Get your money.
For more information, email Chanel at credibletaxpros.com. File your tax with Chanel Johnson and mention code YHR25 to receive a free vacation when filing. Chanel Johnson at Credible Tax Pros. Credibility you can count on every time. Welcome back. So, in other news, Dallas rapper Yella Beezy. You might know him from the hit That's On Me, Baby. He's been charged with capital murder for hiring a hitman to murder the rapper Mo3.
Mo3 was your folk, wasn't it?
Man, that boy Mo3 the truth, boy.
We were just jamming him a little earlier today,
Mo3
man.
was the
You was
truth,
playing
dog.
some of, man.
But also Mo3 was the truth and a beast in them streets. And they've been going back and forth for a little minute. It started years ago when Mo3 homeboy comedian Roy Lee challenged Yella Beezy to a fight. Yella Beezy backed out, but all of a sudden Roy Lee got shot in the leg, and it was one of them injuries where you get shot but you make it, but then a week or two later you get a blood clot and you die.
Oh wow.
Yeah, one of them instances. And after that boy Mo3 just took that step into a next level and really became a beast in them streets. I mean, You heard the songs. That boy be on that, that Chicago
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it was actually it was the ones he was playing today, man. He got some punchlines in there, man.
Boy, he
They
put
be
in that
riding.
work and then make a song about it. You know what I'm talking about?
Here you go.
So we're gonna see what transpires from that. But oh man, that boy Mo3 was a talent, man. That boy
Yeah.
could sing, rap, and that beef, man, that going back and forth. But hey, sometimes you feel like you gotta stand on business and do
Yeah.
what's best. So
But it's enough money out there for everybody, man.
Oh, most
It's
definitely.
enough money out there. All right.
And-
Speaking of other news, man. So this has been a while now, probably about 6-7 months. We brought it to them about
Yeah.
this West Virginia couple who adopted some kids and made them slaves. So the children were forced to sleep on floors, locked in the shed, no access to running water. Well, this couple was finally sentenced, man. They got a combined 375 years in prison for civil rights violations, child abuse, human trafficking, and forced labor, man. What you think about that, man? I feel like they should have got some votes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one of the few cases where I feel like jail time is worse than the death penalty.
What?
Yeah, because they're gonna have to live how they treated the kids.
But they living.
But the kids live. They're confined. They're doing minimal work for pennies on the dollar. They got to eat when they're told to eat.
Getting what they gave,
Yeah,
right?
karma.
Okay. All right, I got you.
And at this point in your stage in your life, this is how you're gonna spend the rest of your years in prison.
Yeah, y'all can see it by these pictures. They ain't gonna last too long.
And you know what happens when you go to prison and you did something bad to some kids.
And hopefully it do.
Again, this is one of the few times I feel like it's better for them to spend the rest of their lives in prison than to be executed, because it's far more worse punishment than the death penalty.
I still want to give them some votes.
Yeah, sometimes you got to say that electricity, man. Be green. Be green. You
I will inject them then.
You don't need electricity for everything.
Inject them.
But that's what they get. So, even though it ain't going to make up for what happened, that atrocity and horrible crimes that happened to those kids, but I was glad to see a white jury.
Yeah, go ahead and vote the right way
amongst their peers.
Right.
So that's what's up.
Well, they gonna get what they deserve. Well, this next one here, we got the craziest thing seen on the internet. I don't know if this
he's standing on business.
I don't know if he got what he deserved.
Why need that? Tides, well, if you got to do that Tides or that collection box, why need that? I'm standing on business. This right here is what we talk about by standing on business.
Oh man, so y'all check this out and we'll be right back.
Almighty God have mercy.
The prayers of Bishop Manuel Cruz were cut short Saturday when a man dressed in a white coat with matching hat saunters to the altar and punches him in the mouth. Besides about 100 parishioners inside, police officers were also patrolling and immediately arrested Charles Miller, who's now charged with assault. Miller is known throughout the neighborhood and showed up about a half an hour early to Saturday's Mass, driving a pink Cadillac. Fear, confusion, and horror soon swept through the pews as the beloved bishop slowly came back to consciousness.
When I seen that crucifix full of blood and his clothes full of blood.
Man, he ain't waste no time. He came from, he didn't even take off his coat.
Boy, I ain't seen a more gangster and smooth the slaps and Will Smith pimp slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. That boy walked up with it and knew it was police in there.
Oh man, fresh out of his pink Cadillac. They said
boy,
this is a pink Cadillac.
And they rolled up in a pink Cadillac. That's a pimp.
You recognize a pimp when you see one?
So what you think he slapped the shit out of him for?
Man, look, so
because we got different views on this.
My view on this is I think that was a hit that's from like long ago. That's some pent up aggression, man. So I'm gonna go out there and maybe he was molested as a kid, man. Maybe he molested him or something like that, man.
I mean, that's a good.
And he grew up and now or know somebody that he did it to, and
well, that's a good equation and a good hypothesis. If it was me, considering he's black, I'd be more he's Christian or Baptist and not Catholic. Not saying there ain't no black Catholics out there.
Yeah.
Seems to me the bishop was doing something strange and wasn't giving up the right amount of change and was like, hey, I'm good for it, you know, this and that, woo, woo, woo. And it was time to pay up. And he thought because he was a bishop,
He wasn't gonna get them paws
he
put
wasn't
on
gonna
him.
get touched. Oh, what he gonna do to me and all that. And boy, I'm telling you, and we know how clergy do some real devilish things. So I'm thinking that boy ran up a tab and it was time to cash in. And he ain't have no tithe money to cover it. And
He gave new
Slick-
meaning to laying hands in
Slick really
church.
told his ass, hey, look here. Boy, you got the next Palm Sunday, he'd have had that money on right.
In my palm.
Oh, I'm gonna give you these palms in front of the congregation. And Bishop thought he was playing. And you see it. He stood on business.
Oh yeah, indeed he did. Indeed he did.
And rightfully
man.
so, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you know.
It's something behind it, man.
I'm telling you, that boy probably thought he was above the law. When you stand, what's your definition of standing on business?
My definition of standing on business is pretty much saying what you mean and meaning what you say, man. You know, be a person about your word, you know, and about your business. You know, so pretty much saying what you say, meaning what you say, and saying what you mean, man. That's my whole take on it. What about you?
It's a lot of shit that falls up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Your word is the biggest thing.
Word is your bond. Don't be playing with me. Don't be trying to take advantage of me. Because one thing about the human nature, it's like in our DNA, it's just like come natural, like breathing.
Yeah.
If we can push the envelope, and most people, not all, but most people in this world think they're smarter and slicker than what they really are.
Habitual line steppers.
And the line keeps moving. And just as sure as you allow them to continue to move that line, they're going to keep being a habitual line stepper.
Yeah.
And if you don't nip it in the bud and draw your line and be like, hey, this is it. Don't cross this line. It's going to be pressure and trouble. Ain't nothing going to happen. You can't let people take advantage of you in this world. There's two types of people in this world. The hammer and the nail. Which one are you going to be? And I'm telling you, if you don't stand on business, business will stand on you.
Well, we got the first three letters of that hammer, so I'm going to say I'm a hammer, dog.
Boy, look here. Ain't nothing but straight pressure. And either taking or the tooken. Which one you going to be? And in this world, people will take advantage of you, man. And people, if they see they can get away with, like what the saying say, you give them an inch.
They'll take a yard, give them a yard.
There's so many different proverbs and sayings through different languages, through centuries of human history. Motherfuckers been getting over on motherfuckers since the dawn of time. And if you don't stand up for something, you fall for everything and anything. In the words of that boy, Bishop off Juice, you got to have the ground up under your feet, the wind behind your back, partner. Real talk though, man.
Yeah,
but
that's real.
You gotta stick up for your rights. You gotta stick up for yourself. That's the definition of standing on business. Not letting people take advantage of you. Not people getting over on you. Sticking up for what I believe in, and I know that's right, regardless of what whomever says something or what I'm shown or told. If I believe it's right, and I feel like, hey, this is in my best interest for me and mine, my family. Hey, that's what I'm doing on. And my morals. And I'm standing on that. Regardless whoever feels about it or whoever say about it. It's been some cases this evening where we talked about things on the podcast where people were standing on business.
Yeah. And like you said, it's a big umbrella about standing on business, you know.
And it was also other instances and stories on here where people didn't stand on business and they reaped the repercussions of it.
Yeah.
Negative.
Yep.
So stand on your business. Sometimes you got to be the bigger person. Sometimes you got to let it bygones be bygones. Sometimes you have to let it go. Sometimes you got to stand on business. Sometimes you got to get some motherfucking straightening. Sometimes you got to get a bit straight. Sometimes you got to let them know, hey, it is what it is. This is how it's going to be. I'm done lip wrestling. What you want to do? Period, point blank. But in this life, don't let people take advantage of you, because the first time you let them get away with something, 9 times out of 10, they're going to try it again. And one thing I would tell you from experience, love and loyalty is great to have and it's great to show, but sometimes it bites you in your ass and people use that against you. So be careful who you give love and loyalty to, but always stand on business. Ain't nothing wrong when you right. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And if you standing on business and it's right and true, then damn whoever say something about it and go against you. I'm done with it, my boy.
My man. All right, well, I second everything that he said. Man. So you gonna close us out, man?
I mean, you closed us out last week.
What you got for us?
boy, last week was so goddamn funny, boy.
Oh man, they gotta have it in their heart, man. Y'all got to have love in y'all heart, man.
Boy, I'm gonna say this in memory of that boy Mo 3. And this his words, not mine. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up, it's fucked up. Just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name and won't let a nigga talk about you. Boy, that's some of the realest shit a person done said in a long time, boy.
That was on that song that
that's
playing earlier, man.
Everybody,
yeah.
So as always, stay grinding, stay shining, stay blessed. We gonna get up.
Indeed. And in the words of my man Stevie Wonder, hate knows love's the cure.
Also, be sure to check out our homeboy Soda Boy Bud.
Soda Boy Bud. There we go.
That
man.
boy done dropped another
banger. Another banger. You got Green Light and then you got some more.
A lot more.
That
thing. Catch it on all platforms where music can be found. Check them out on YouTube. Also, they got a party next week. March Madness, downtown Main Street. Be sure to check him out and other numerous guests. Here go the flyer right here. Check that out. It's March Madness. Y'all be sure to check out that boy Soda Boy Bud, boy. That's the prime example of talent that is untouched and untapped that just need to be in the right ear.
Right there in the queue.
Hey, boy, somebody gonna take that boy
and if they don't, he gonna go get it.
Oh,
because
that's what he do.
Yeah, that's what he do.
What he do. Hey, you talking about talent and just the right person need to hear him, and boy, he gonna be the next big thing.
Indeed. Matter of fact, we're gonna get him back on the show here too. Yeah, we'll talk about his recent success and everything like that. So shout out to Soda Boy Bud, man. Keep doing your thing, man. We're gonna keep shouting you out, showing you that love.
And here go an excerpt of a little bit of his music right here. Straight fire.
Yeah, you gonna need a lot more. You gonna need a lot more than that. Nigga, you gonna need a lot more facts. You gonna need a lot more. You want me to get this bitch jumping like parkour. If you ain't getting money, what the fuck you niggas standing around chilling in the spot for? On the road to the riches, all the niggas see is green lights. Ain't too many things I'ma stop for. Got a bird's eye view from a penthouse suite and I'm chilling at the top floor. Yeah, I got niggas wanna take my place. I got haters trying to block my shine. Nigga nuts ain't big enough to do it to my face. Can't still rather do it.
Check them out on YouTube and wherever music can be downloaded and heard. Also, check out our sister and her homegirl, Hello Besties podcast. Great podcast for the females. Also, check out our podcast homeboy, Talking with OC. That boy OC. We're going to come holler at you, my boy. We're going to come out there to the Vallejo, or to the Bay, the Bay Area. You know what I'm talking about? That hyphy. But check him out. Real cool brother. He got a couple podcasts. They both banging. As always, like we said, we gonna holler at y'all. You already closed us out, bro. So,
and in the words of my man Stevie Wonder, hate knows love's the cure. So y'all stop hating and get the loving out there.
Stop loving and stop putting on your capes. M.O.B. How about that?
Love them, y'all.
M.O.B. What's that?